Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today I am going to discuss about General Weather System of Indian monsoon under the paper Atmospheric Process. After studying this module, you shall be able to have a clear understanding about the climate of India, know about the origin and mechanism of monsoon system, know about pattern of onset, development and progress and withdrawal of monsoon in India, get the basic idea about different weather systems that affect Indian monsoon, develop and an understanding about the western disturbance and local convective system. Let's start with introduction. The weather systems are generally referred to as a synoptic system of a varying extent which influence the weather and climate in short term or seasonal time scale. The most common mesoscale system that influence the climate of India is the monsoon. The weather system during summer monsoon are interwoven with several synoptic systems. Besides that, there are many weather systems developed during pre and post monsoon period which have significant influence on the seasonal characteristics of Indian climate. In this section, the general weather system of India including monsoon like its associated systems and other smaller scale weather systems during pre and post monsoon period. Now we will discuss Indian monsoon. The term monsoon stems from seasonal variations in winds, but it now more generally applied to seasonal reversal in both the atmospheric circulation and associated precipitation, largely confined to tropical and subtropical region. Monsoon is a global phenomena mainly observed throughout the tropics and subtropics. In India, monsoon circulation is generally described as southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon, associated with seasonal reversal of wind at lower and upper atmosphere over Indian subcontinent. The term southwest monsoon or summer monsoon is used for the phenomenon of rain associated with southwesterly surface wind that prevail from 2 to 4 months from June to September. The northeast monsoon or retreating monsoon on the other hand occur during September to December, is characterized by cold and dry wind flowing down from Himalayas and Indo-Gangetic plain towards the vast plain of the Indian Ocean south of the Deccan Peninsula. Northeast monsoon has mild impact in the major part of the country due to the presence of Himalayas that act as a barrier to the cold wind blowing from north. Now we will discuss origin and mechanism of Indian monsoon, which includes different theories. First is traditional theory, also known as a thermal theory. The traditional theory portrays the monsoon as the large-scale sea breeze. In 1886, Sir Edmund Halley, with trade and navigation on his mind, suggested that monsoon was driven by differential heating between the Indian Ocean and the landmass of South Asia. During the North Hemispheric summer, the massive landmass of the Indian Peninsula heat up faster than the surrounding sea, resulting in the pressure gradient from south to north. This caused the flow of moisture-laden winds from sea to land, popularly known as a southwest monsoon or summer monsoon, which was accompanied by wet weather and rainfall in the major part of the country. During the winters, reverse wind blows from colder landmass towards the Indian Ocean in a northeasterly direction, causing the northeast monsoon. Second is the dynamic theory. The dynamic theory explains the monsoon on the basis of annual shifts in the position of global belts of pressure and winds. The trend winds from both the hemisphere converge of the equatorial low pressure belt known as a intertropical convergence zone. However, the position of intertropical convergence zone shift north to south towards the Tropic of Cancer to Capricorn during the summer of northern and southern hemisphere respectively, with the change in solar declination. It is assumed that Monsoon is a result of shift of intertropical convergence zone. The southwest trade wind while crossing equator are deflected east in the northern hemisphere under the Coriolis force, transforming into the southwest wind. This deflected trade wind pick up moisture while traveling from sea to land, cause rainfall in the Indian peninsula. This is known as a southwest monsoon. The dynamic theory explains the monsoon as a global weather phenomenon that occurred in a tropical region around the globe rather than just a local one. Both dynamic and thermal theories fail to explain the sudden onset, break and withdrawal of monsoon. Third is a jet stream theory. Jet stream is the latest theory regarding the origin of monsoon and has earned worldwide acclaim from the meteorologists. A jet stream may be described as a band of fast moving air from west to east, usually found in the middle latitude in the upper troposphere at the height of about 12 km, just tropopause over the area of steep pressure gradient on the surface. The wind speed in jet stream are commonly 150 to 300 km per hour, with extreme value reaching 400 km per hour. The main types are polar jets, the subtropical westerly jets and the less common tropical easterly jet. The jet stream theory also explains the variability in timing and strength of the monsoon, as early shift result in the early monsoon. The strength of southwest monsoon is determined by the strength of easterly tropical jet over central India. A strong easterly tropical jet results in strong southwest monsoon over central India and a weak jet result in a weak monsoon. Now we will discuss the onset and progress of southwest monsoon. The period of southwest monsoon in India is generally limited to beginning of June to the end of September. Monsoon first arrive in the southwestern state of Kerala between late May and early June every year and crosses the Western Ghat with heavy rainfall. But the withdrawal of the summer monsoon starts by the 20th September and complete by the 28th September. Monsoon wind beyond South Kerala progress in form of two branches, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The entire Arabian Sea current advances towards India, whereas only a part of Bay Bengal current enters India, which makes Arabian Sea branch more powerful than the Bay of Bengal. The Arabian Sea branch of the southwest monsoon first hits the Western Ghat of coastal state of Kerala, India. The climatological mean data of onset of monsoon over Kerala is 2nd June with the standard deviation of 8 days. The Arabian Sea branch of the southwest monsoon is divided into 3 distinct streams. The first stream strikes the west coast of India perpendicular to the Western Ghat, causing heavy rainfall, 400 to 500 centimeter annual rainfall on the windward side. The amount of rainfall increases further east. The second stream enters Narmada, Tapi Trough, narrow lift valley and reaches central India. It does not cause much rain near the coast due to the absence of major orographic obstacle across the rift. The third stream moves parallel to the Aravalli range without causing much rainfall. Consequently, the whole of Rajasthan is desert area. The Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon follows over the Bay of Bengal between Sri Lanka to Sumatra Island, heading towards northeast India and Bengal, picking up more moisture from the Bay of Bengal. The normal date of the arrival at Kolkata is 7th June. The Bay of Bengal branch of the southwest monsoon is divided into distinct streams. The northern stream across the Ganga-Brahmaputra delta and reaches Meghalaya, and orographic effect result in intense rainfall. The northern current spread rather rapidly over most of the Assam. The second stream of the Bay of Bengal branch moves along Himalayan foothills as a result as they are deflected to the west by the Himalaya and bring widespread rainfall to Ganga plain. The rainfall by this stream decreases as monsoon progresses from east to west up the plain. Furthermore, the Himalayan foothill receive more rainfall due to orographic influence. Now we discuss the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal branches merge mostly around Delhi to form a single current which expand to west Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and finally to Himachal Pradesh and Kashmir. By the end of June, the monsoon is usually established over most part of the country. By mid-July, the monsoon extends into Kashmir and the remaining parts of the country. The monsoon accounts for 80% of the rainfall in India. The rainy season persists through July and August and into the beginning of September with active and break periods. Indian agriculture is heavily dependent on the rains for growing major crops like cereals, rice, oilseeds, cotton and coarse grains. The irregularity of a monsoon with respect to date of onset, mid-season break or localized excess rainfall cause drought or flood in different parts of the country. Now we discuss northeast monsoon. Towards September, with southward shift of the position of sun, the northern part of India begins to cool off rapidly and the air pressure begin to build over the northern India. The cold wind sweep down from the Himalayas and Indo-Gangetic plain towards the vast span of the Indian Ocean south of the Deccan Peninsula. This is known as the northeast monsoon or retreating monsoon. The northeast monsoon is a dry in most part of the country. The Indian state like Tamil Nadu receive about 50 to 60% of annual rainfall from northeast monsoon. Weather system associated with monsoon. The weather system associated with summer monsoon could be bracketed under two major categories: semi-permanent system and transient rain producing system. The semi-permanent system are present during the monsoon season on the most of the days and remain more or less in the same location in quasi-permanent state. These include heat low, monsoon trough, Tibetan high, tropical easterly jet and mascarene high. The transient rain bearing systems are generally migrating and may not be present on every day. They influence the monsoon in short or medium time scales. The major transient rain producing systems are monsoon depression, cycling storm during monsoon, mid-tropospheric cyclones, low-level jet and offshore troughs or vortices. Now we will discuss semi-permanent system. Under this, first is a heat low. The deepest low pressure area over Pakistan and adjoining northwest India is known as a heat low. The heat low is shallow and extend up to only 1.5 km AMSL. Weather is hot, dry and cloudless over the heat low and it is developed in March. The heat low withdraw gradually in June with the onset of southwest monsoon. The intensity of heat low is a good indicator of continental heating and land-sea contrast which drives the monsoon. A deep heat low will usually associate with strong north-south pressure gradient and enhance monsoon activity. The region of heat low itself receive very little rainfall during summer monsoon. The intensity of heat low is positively correlated with the rainfall of certain region of India and Bangladesh. Now we discuss monsoon trough. The monsoon trough is an elongated area of low pressure running parallel to the Himalayan mountain in a west to east direction and extends up to 5 to 6 km AMSL, tilting southward with height. The monsoon trough become clearly defined in July and August. From the month of September, its position is gradually shifted southward and the western end gets diffused. Recent studies have shown that monsoon trough is closely linked to the radiation balance of lower troposphere. The monsoon trough has a vital bearing on the day-to-day monsoon activity over India. The normal position of the axis of monsoon trough lies roughly along Kolkata to Ganganagar via Allahabad, and it shows a periodic shift in north-south direction. A well-marked southerly position of monsoon trough is normally associated with good monsoon activity over most part of India, while northward shift closer to the Himalayan foothill is associated with considerable decrease in rainfall in central parts of India and increase in rainfall over North India along the foothill of Himalayas. This is known as a monsoon break. And third is the Tibetan high. The Tibetan high is a dominant feature of summer monsoon. It has been suggested by some researchers that the thermal effects of the plateau might be responsible for the northward extension of easterly monsoon current over India. A well-distributed rainfall over India is associated with well-pronounced Tibetan high. Southward shift of this high from its normal position as a result of the protrusions of the mid-latitude westerlies is seen accompanied with the reduction in monsoon activity over India and neighborhoods. The westward shift may cause monsoon to extend further westward into Pakistan and in extreme cases into North Iran. Sometimes upper air westerly trough intrude to lower altitude bisecting the Tibetan high. It has also been suggested that snow cover over the Tibetan plateau in the winter may extend till the summer, and the large snow albedo in the winter may weaken the summer monsoon. Fourth one is a tropical easterly jet. Tropical easterly jet is formed due to the south to the north temperature gradient over India during southwest monsoon in all the levels of troposphere. Tropical easterly jet makes its appearance at the time of monsoon onset over Kerala and disappear in October. When the summer monsoon has retreated from the most part of the region, the tropical easterly jet runs from the east coast of Vietnam to the west coast of Africa. 100 and altitude. Our stronger tropical easterly jet is normally associated with good monsoon and weak tropical easterly jet with poor monsoon. Fifth is mascarene high. The mascarene high influenced the low-level westerly jet in the Arabian Sea and thereafter in the Bay of Bengal. An intense mascarene high is expected to be associated with active monsoon over India, Bangladesh and neighborhoods. The position of mascarene high oscillate in longitudinal and altitudinal direction around its mean position during summer monsoon. Now discuss monsoon depression. Monsoon depressions are the synoptic features that cause most of the monsoon rain. Weaker system with wind speed less than 17 kT are called lows and are referred to as a dispersion when surface wind are up to 33 kT, while over the sea and cyclonic storms. About 3 to 4 depressions are formed per month from June to September. Almost all of them are sucked inward through the deltas of great rivers, the Ganga, the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri, and cause heavy rain in these areas. The location of depressions strongly coincide with the latitudinal position of intertropical convergence zone. Now we discuss weather system formed during pre and post monsoon period. Under this, first is a local convective system. During the hot weather period like from March to May, the eastern and northeastern state of subcontinent like West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha, some parts of Orissa and Bangladesh experience dramatic appearance of special type of violent thunderstorm known as a nor'wester. In Bengal, it is also known as Kal Baisakhi or Calamity of the month of Baisakh, 15 April to 15 May. The local convective storm is caused by thermal instability coupled with moisture inflow from the Bay of Bengal, enhanced by southwest wind intensification at 950 hectopascal, approximate 500 meter above ground level. In northwester, the wind speed varies from 55 to 80 km per hour and may exceed 140 km per hour in some cases. On the approach of Skull, generally the temperature drops by 2 to 4 degrees Celsius and the pressure rises suddenly due to descending cold air from aloft. Apart from its destructive effects like sudden rise in wind speed, lightning, thunder and hail, the rainfalls associated with storm, although small in amount, is extremely helpful for the pre-kafir crops like jute, paddy, summer, till and the large number of vegetables and fruits in the eastern state of the country. The sudden drop temperature due to the nor'wester also gives relief after unbearable midday heat. Second is a western disturbance. Western disturbance is an extratropical storm originating in the Mediterranean region that brings sudden winter rain to the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. This is a non-monsoonal precipitation pattern driven by a westerlies. Extratropical storms are the globular phenomena with moisture carried in upper atmosphere, unlike a tropical storm where it is carried in the lower atmosphere. These storms are residual frontal cyclones which moves at height of 2000 meters from the mean sea level. On the average, 4 to 6 cyclonic waves reach northwestern India between October to April each year. The frequency of western disturbance abruptly decreases from winter to pre-monsoon season. The arrival of these temperate storms of western disturbances cause precipitation leading to an abrupt decrease in air temperature over a northwest India. Western disturbance also bring heavy rainfall in Himalayan region and the cold wave to North Indian plains. After the passage of the disturbance, widespread fog and a cold wave lowering the minimum temperature by 5 degree to 10 degrees Celsius below normal are experienced. The western disturbance affect weather condition during the winter season up to Patna, Bihar and give occasional rainfall which is highly beneficial for the standing rabi crops, wheat like wheat, barley, mustard, gram, lentil, etc. Now, we summarize the chapter as monsoon is the most common mesoscale system that influence the climate of India. The monsoon circulation is generally described as southwest monsoon, is known as a summer monsoon during June to September, and northeast monsoon known as a winter monsoon during September to December, associated with seasonal reversal of wind at lower atmosphere and upper atmosphere. Traditionally, monsoon is considered as a large-scale sea breeze originated from wildland sea contrast between Indian Ocean and the landmass of South Asia. The seasonal shift in the position of intertropical convergence zone and the associated trade winds which change in solar declination and the influence of upper air circulation and jet stream more comprehensively explain the surface pressure and monsoon circulation. The monsoon accounts for 80% of the rainfall in India, as a major part of its being received between the month of June and September from southwest monsoon. The large-scale variation monsoonal rainfall is largely governed by relief, mountain barrier, distance from the sea and weather system like monsoon trough, as well as dispersion originating from Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. The rainless interval during southwest monsoon season is known as breaks. The weather systems during summer monsoon are interwoven with several synoptic systems that includes heat low, monsoon trough, Tibetan high, tropical easterly jet, mascarene high. Some transient feature of irregular and migratory nature also influence the monsoon in short and medium time scales. They are known as a monsoon disturbance. The major transient rain producing systems are monsoon depression, cyclonic storm, mid-tropospheric cyclones, low-level jet and offshore troughs vortices. The nor'wester is a local convective storm characterized by violent thunderstorm rain, squall lines and sometimes hailstorm that occurs during the month of March to May in the eastern and northeastern states like West Bengal, Bihar, Assam and some parts of Orissa. The low amount of rainfall due to nor'wester is extremely helpful for pre-monsoon crop in this region. Western disturbance are extratropical storm originated in Mediterranean region that brings sudden rain in the northwestern part and heavy snowfall in the Himalayan region of Indian subcontinent. On the average, 4 to 6 cyclonic waves reach northwestern India between October and April each year. The occasional rainfall due to the western disturbance is often beneficial to winter crops. Thank you.